7 million copies as of this writing. From end of February to middle of June, 3.5 months, 7 million units, fastest selling Resident Evil. But is it worth the hype? What is going on, everyone? This is your boy, the Bengal Dragon. Make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons, as all your support really helps this legally blind YouTuber remain motivated to continue making many type of videos in this channel, and through the YouTube algorithm would really help this channel grow. Now, before we proceed, spoiler alert, spoiler warning, whatever, I am going to talk about the main story of Resident Evil 9, giving it a review. And additionally, no, I have not played the game because Capcom did not deem it important to add adequate accessibility features to accommodate gamers like me. Therefore, I will not spend $70 on a game that I cannot play. However, I did go over the story pretty thoroughly, and thus I'm going to give you a story review of this game. Here we go. So we start with the opening at the FBI Midwest field office, where Nick Fury summons Brie Larson into his office.
Grace Ashcroft.
Yes?
My office.
Oh, coming. If this is about the report you asked for yesterday, it'll be ready in 3. No, 2 days, tops.
Keep that in mind, because as I like to say, blind man sees many things. Grace Ashcroft was wearing eyeglasses and then took off those eyeglasses. Also, did you notice how hesitant she sounded as soon as she entered the office? Keep that in mind as well. So Nick Fury basically sends Grace to investigate a crime scene in the same location where her mother was murdered 8 years ago.
Now I need a good technical analyst on this. I need your eyes on the crime scene, the Renwood Hotel. Look, I know that's where your mother was murdered. And I know it'll be upsetting for you. Alyssa died 8 years ago. Perhaps it's time for you to face the past. Confront that fear head on. Grace, I won't force you to go.
So knowing that she is traumatized by her mother's death 8 years ago at that location, knowing that taking this mission will be difficult for her, and knowing that there are other people in this office, Nick Fury decides to send her anyways? Wow! And people think Requiem is a good story. Alright, let's give it a chance. And before you bring up the lore reason as to why Grace was actually sent there, don't even go there. I will get to it later exactly why that reason is so incredibly stupid. So Grace finally makes it to the city of Renwood and makes it to the crime scene.
Should be around here.
Hey, miss? Hey, that's a restricted area. You can't go in there.
Why?
It's an active crime scene.
Oh, right, sorry. Just a sec.
Oh, you're FBI?
Yeah.
Investigating all these strange deaths, huh?
Mm-hmm.
It's the 5th one now, right? I heard they all have the same weird bruises, so you think it's something infectious, or terrorism, or... Why else would the FBI be investigating, right? Hey, are you with me?
Oh, there might be answers inside.
Yeah, sure, right.
Why did Nick Fury send a technical analyst instead of a crime scene investigator? Why did Nick Fury send someone who is a noob to do Agent Scully's job as in Agent Scully played by Gillian Anderson from the X-Files? Look how many times she hesitates to talk just at the opening crime scene.
Hey, that's a restricted area. You can't go in there.
Why?
Hey, are you with me?
Oh, there might be answers inside.
Heck, notice how long it takes her to even show her freaking FBI badge.
It's an active crime scene.
Oh, right. Sorry. Just a sec.
Oh, you're FBI?
Folks, this is not character development. This is not good storytelling. This is overacting. And I know the script required it, and this, for the most part, is not Angela Sant Albano's fault. This is the fault of the script because it makes no sense for someone clearly suffering from PTSD to even be working for the FBI. And even if she is working for the FBI, she is definitely not suited to be a field agent. That is what your brain is constantly trying to explain. It's so stupid. It's like sending a pyrophobic firefighter to put out a potential inferno. No matter how good the acting, the script makes it look stupid. And look at this.
I can't. That's too much. Come on, guys.
See this? This is good acting for a civilian. But when you act the fact that this is an FBI field agent, then I'm sorry, my South Asian brain says,
क्यों बे ओवर एक्टिंग करता है साला? ओवर एक्टिंग की औलाद? अब तेरे को बराबर होता नहीं क्या बोलने को?
yes, overacting. And this count you see here, overacting count.
I can't. That's too much. Come on, guys.
So she goes in and searches with the occasional jump scare.
Who's there? What do I do?
Good technical ass.
What do I do?
Till she finds a picture that takes us to a flashback.
Anne,
Hi, Mom.
you have been on that thing all day.
Well, if you're gonna work so late.
Get some sleep, eh?
I'm almost done. Just a sec.
Wow, it's really coming down hard.
Hello?
Miss Ashcroft?
Yes.
Who was it?
Dunno. They asked for Miss Ashcroft and then they hung up on me. Rude.
They're coming. Grace, we need to go.
Go where? Mom, what's going on?
Hurry!
Wait, who's coming? What's wrong? Tell me what's going on.
Now is not the time. Grace, hurry. Keep moving.
Oh, who's that? Oh, I'm so sorry about the power outage. It's really no excuse, and I apologize for the inconvenience.
Oh, no, it's fine.
Yeah, don't worry.
I should have it fixed soon. I just need to find my...
What the hell, Mom?
No, Grace, no.
Mom, what are you doing?
Something important.
What did you hide behind that painting?
I'll explain later. Grace. Please know that you are my hope.
Fatality. Found you.
So sorry.
You see, this is good. From a horror story perspective, this is good. But once again, it makes no sense for her to be a field agent with all this trauma being sent alone. That is why I say overacting. Also, notice in the flashback that she has glasses on. And also, Grace Ashcroft in 2026, present day, where the incidents of Requiem mostly take place. Grace Ashcroft is 25 years old. Keep this in mind. This will become very important later on in this video. However, here is the self-sabotaging bit.
I know that's where your mother was murdered. Alyssa died 8 years ago.
So our brain is constantly telling us Alyssa Ashcroft is going to die in this flashback because Nick Fury said it already. So basically, the game itself is telling you a spoiler. I want to see that crowd on YouTube that keep going, hey, no spoilers here, man. I want to see those people acting all angsty about this one, buddy. So back in real time, Grace shows the expected emotional reactions.
So sorry.
Then she receives a phone call. You see there, this scene for the most part is well directed. The jump scares are actually good. But comedy moments like that, you don't know which phone is ringing? If you must know, that is a gag used in some older Hollywood movies and even Bollywood movies. In comedy scenes where there are several phones kept next to each other, and then the person comes in to answer a ringing phone and answers the wrong phone before answering the right one. Why was that even necessary? So you see that police officer from earlier come in all infected, chases Grace, and Grace suddenly hears a piano.
Is anyone there? Hello?
It hasn't been easy. But after much effort, here we finally are.
Who are you?
I'm the one who planted that body. I know now that you're the one that I've been searching for. The special one. The chosen one. Miss Ashcroft. Rest now, Grace.
We then cut to Elbridge, where the pimp daddy of every modern Resident Evil addict fan shows up.
No, this is different. That's 6 now. 6 survivors of Raccoon City, all dead from the same thing.
So you see Leon sit in his car about to go to Burger Kong to pick up the T-Virus combo meal special DoorDash order for Hunnigan when he gets a report that someone called Victor Gideon is a person of interest.
Team settled on a person of interest. Someone with ties to Umbrella. Victor Gideon.
Who is he?
A former T-virus researcher.
And Leon eventually spots Victor.
You've got to be shitting me.
What's going on? Is she okay?
Oh, she's fine. I'm just taking her home.
Leon, what's your sit rep?
I'm going after Victor.
Whoa. Hey, what the hell, lady?
Help me!
You okay? What are you doing?
Hey, don't do that in front of Leon. Didn't you know that type of behavior turns him on? Even Angela Miller from Degeneration, remember? Angela Miller grabbed Leon by the collar. And later on, that same Angela Miller asked him out to go diving again.
Let's go diving together again sometime.
Love to.
We all know Leon loves it when his women get rough with him and take control over him. So Leon does Leon things but is unable to catch Victor. But then again, no one should be surprised. After all, this is the same Leon who 28 years earlier was outrun by a 12-year-old child in his own place of work. But the person over the radio saves him from this embarrassment by giving him the next location to investigate.
Back to square one.
Not necessarily. Victor purchased a building after Umbrella went under. The Rhodes Hill Chronic Care Center. I'll send you the address.
We then cut to Grace again, but for some reason she is upside down.
It's no concern of mine if it's turned his life upside down, Face.
Now the reason given in-game is that this would draw out blood quicker. But anyone who even donated blood will tell you that is a load of baloney. Being upside down does not speed up the blood drawing process. And yes, I do know the out of lore reason is to show off the hair graphics and whatnot. Listen, Capcom, this is not a shampoo commercial, okay? Grace is not a spokesperson for Head and Shoulders for women or some stupid stuff like that. So Grace unties herself, looks around, reads documents, runs into jump scares, when suddenly she comes across a corpse.
He's dead. Infected.
She realizes that the corpse is indeed a corpse, as in dead, but was also infected. Then suddenly this monster shows up, tapping into its inner Venom from 2018. Only when Venom bit someone's head off, it looked much cooler. Unfortunately, this monster's inner symbiote craved a living brain instead of a dead one, so it chased after Grace. Eventually, Grace tries to escape but fails, as simultaneously she pulled off her best Homer Simpson in a panda suit impersonation. But expectedly at this point, we cut to Leon's story as he arrives at Rhodes Hill. So Leon gets taken to a waiting room.
Please, wait here.
When suddenly alarms blare.
Code 6, all staff initiate emergency protocols.
Indicating to Leon fanboys that Leon will get to do some mindless action very soon.
I think I want a second opinion.
Predictably enough, Leon eventually comes across Grace. Right at the moment when Grace thought she was about to die. And naturally saves her.
Hey, over here. You okay?
Yeah. Thanks.
Leon Kennedy, DSO.
CSO. I'm Grace. Ashcroft. FBI.
FBI? What are you doing here?
Someone kidnapped me.
Victor Gideon.
I don't know.
Well, we should leave.
First of all, that interaction seems so bland. As in, two people from two separate games all together are interacting with each other. But also, and I have to speak about Grace's performance, there is a difference between shivering out of fear and shivering because you're feeling very cold. This particular instance, I'm sorry, I'm gonna put this on the voice actress, Angela Santalbano or whatever, because it seemed like she was doing the latter over here. So they try to leave but get separated. Grand opening, grand closing.
What does Victor want with you?
What? What do you mean?
He grabbed you for a reason.
Wait, you're DSO. That's the counter bioterrorism agency, right?
Take this.
You sure?
You might need it.
Grace mistook DSO for BSAA. Oh my god, this is so bad. This person is an FBI agent? Which FBI? The Federal Bureau of Investigation or that pro wrestling faction called Full-Blooded Italians? But Leon soon meets Victor Gideon.
She won't get away, you know.
Dr. Gideon.
It's so nice to finally meet you, Leon. Why don't we have a little talk?
Too slow.
I see you're exhibiting symptoms too.
Umbrella's curse.
And yes, Leon lives. Don't be stupid, alright? Leon always lives. Victor does not kill him. And also, Victor, this Ruvik wannabe, choking Leon and saying that he exhibits some type of special features.
I see you're exhibiting symptoms too.
Remember this, anyone?
You carry the same blood as us, it seems.
Way to go recycling! Think green, everyone! Trash recycled, food recycled, even freaking story elements recycled! Down to both of their first names being Victor. Victor Mendez and Victor Gideon. This ain't Resident Evil Requiem. This is Resident Evil recycled. And people are confident about Resident Evil Veronica's story being done justice? Well, there's no shortage of wishful thinking nowadays now, is there? We then cut to Grace, where she comes across a blind girl within some type of holding.
You can't see, can you?
Who are you?
But she also comes across someone trying to warn her, who dies eventually, and she takes his key card. Eventually, while running around and some horror gameplay later, she finally comes across Victor Gideon.
Miss Ashcroft, come in. I won't harm you.
Why did you kidnap me?
Kidnap you? I liberated you. Dr. Victor Gideon. I run this center. It took forever to find you. You're not like other people, you know. You're quite unique. Through you, Elpis can finally be set free.
Why me?
Oh, because my master made you who you are. Phase 2's about to begin. Would you like to see what's hidden under the hood?
Grace! Wait! Grace! Grace! Grace!
There's no escaping your destiny.
What the fuck does he mean, destiny?
That line, my master made you who you are. Okay? Keep that line in mind as well for later on in this video. So anyways, after Victor goes away, we see Grace solve puzzles, collect items, read documents, and finally seemingly starts growing a spine and takes out one of the stalker enemies.
What the fuck?
Eventually, Grace comes across a puzzle where she needs some Braille skills.
I can't tell which button's which. Braille. These girls, they look just like... You're the one that locked her up. I'm gonna borrow this. I bet she can read that. Hey, why did they put you in there?
I don't know. I've always been here.
Do you mind if I come in?
I don't mind.
Sorry. I'm with the police.
Police?
Yes. I'd like you to come with me.
Why?
I'm Grace. What's your name?
Emily?
Really, Grace? Even in front of a helpless little child, you're gonna act scared?
You like reading?
Yeah.
Do you think you could read something for me? Please, I really need your help.
Okay.
Thank you. I'll take you there. There are steps. How about I carry you?
What do you want me to read?
There's some buttons with Braille on them. Can you read them and then push the buttons in this order? Star, star, moon, sun.
Okay, people, this is not what I mean by blind representation. And yes, I am a huge advocate for legally blind people being represented in games. And by that, I mean as a central part of the story, which includes gameplay mechanics unique to their visual condition. So no, I am not going to clap for this. I acknowledge this as an effort, but you guys are asking me to be happy with a crumb when I want the entire slice of a pie. Moving on. So Grace leaves Emily to try and Braille read the puzzle while Grace goes to handle a monster.
You handle this. I'll handle that.
But soon as Emily solves the puzzle, Big Monster shows up and takes Emily away.
Well done, Emily. Thank you. Dead. This is all my fault. I can't just leave her.
Then we cut back to Gideon having a polite inquiry with Leon.
We can talk.
But as expected, Leon Cena manages to escape, delivering some Cena-esque one-liners.
Or we can begin your treatment.
Silent treatment, I hope. You know, I do have a question. When's the last time you brushed your teeth?
To failure.
So eventually, Leon makes it to Gideon's office where we get a revealing cutscene.
Pretty sure I found Victor's private office.
Nice work. Lock it up.
Bingo. I have the IP address. Just give me a minute. And I'm in.
Okay, hit me. Sherry, you're killing me.
I found some information about our illness.
Our symptoms confirm a T-virus infection.
Oh, fuck. Wait. At least we're in it together, right? Alright, what do we got? Help us. Grace, what's she got to do with this?
Okay, so Leon is infected, and from what we know from previous cutscenes, all the people who died due to the sickness are all Raccoon City survivors. Sherry is also infected. This would insinuate that Ada and Claire and Jill and Carlos are also all infected because all of them survived Raccoon City. Okay, remember Resident Evil 6, anyone? It was revealed that Sherry had some Wolverine from X-Men type powers. Basically, regenerative effects, halted aging, and a very increased resistance to all viruses due to the residual G virus remnants in her bloodstream. And I believe along with bits and pieces of the antidote as well. So, according to this canon, going from Resident Evil 6, Sherry should not be anywhere close to as sick as Leon, considering both of them got infected at the same time. And ironically, both Sherry and Leon are in their 40s in this game. Stupidity of the game script aside, moving on. So immediately we cut back to Grace, and soon enough she does find Emily, who seems to have been taken by a monster with a hoarding problem.
Emily. Oh, thank goodness. Emily! Collects things.
Hoarding? Okay, what's that?
Well, apparently it's when you don't throw anything away and soon you find yourself living with a bunch of junk.
I haven't heard of that, but it definitely sounds bad. Okay.
So eventually, showing some bravery for once, or rather less fear, she eventually finds Emily.
It's me! It's me! It's Grace! It's Grace!
But sure enough, almost immediately after...
Hold on tight. I'm scared. Why is it so loud? It's gonna be okay. Just don't let go.
So Grace and Emily try to escape. There's this elevator bit, and then...
Let's play!
Grace? Grace? Are you okay? Yeah.
Emily, the blind girl, walks up to her, the adult, and calms down the adult. I'm sorry, but... So eventually, Grace comes across another survivor who apparently has a bad leg, but who can fly a helicopter.
Stay right there.
It's okay. We're not infected.
So you're normal?
I think so.
Thank fuck.
God, can she go 5 minutes without a shivering voice? How is this person an FBI agent? Because by this point, it feels like her shivering voice is a speech impediment, not a psychological condition. So Grace goes to find some keys, but comes across a conversation that she tries to eavesdrop on.
Yes, Zeno, that's correct. All tests have come back positive. I can confirm that she is indeed the one that we've been searching for. If all goes as planned, Elpis will soon be in our hands. Of course. But first, I must initiate the protocol. I've done it.
Keep that in mind as well for later on in this video. All tests comes back positive. She is the one. Also, this is the first mention of someone called Zeno. I also noticed that by this point, Grace's shivering voice is minimal at best, which is finally a good thing, because God, I don't want her to shiver while talking again, at least not without context. So eventually, with time running out, Grace makes it back to Harry, but things don't go so well.
Hold tight, I'm taking off!
Get off me! Get the fuck off me!
And honestly, I'll have to give Capcom credit here. This scene was actually done pretty well. Conveniently enough, Grace crashes very close to where Leon is, as we cut back to Leon protecting Grace. And we also see that Emily was bleeding.
Help me, I can't stop the bleeding.
Can't stay here. That should be the way to the water treatment plant. It's our way out. They just don't give up. Take her. Keep our friends busy.
For me, if I were a fully sighted gamer, I would think that around this point, the game's pacing is starting to pick up some good momentum. But very shortly after, we cut back to Grace as she's walking with Emily looking for an exit.
I'll get you out, Emily. There's gotta be a way to get to the surface.
But realizing that Grace has to do some killing, she secures Emily in a safe place and goes monster hunting. And no, that is not a plug for Monster Hunter Wild or whatever that game Capcom put out is called. Once again, at this point, Grace does not act apprehensive, almost at all. We see Grace mentally tougher than ever as she solves a puzzle, kills monsters, and even gets back to Emily, only to realize it was a bit too late.
Emily? Oh no! Wake up! Come on! Oh shit! Oh no! Oh, Emily! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30.
Oh, come on, Emily. 1, 2, 3. Wake up, Emily! Come on! 30. Come on! Emily! I failed you.
Okay, people, that part was good. And I personally think, from a directing standpoint, the timing was perfect. This happened right when it seemed that Grace let go of her fear and apprehension, part of which was triggered by the trauma of watching her mother die. So this part about Grace performing CPR on Emily, trying to revive her and whatnot, and failing in the process, and her reaction, I gotta give plus points on this, people. But this is what Grace should have been as a field agent. That sense of fearless urgency you saw moments ago, and showing emotion when it mattered when Grace was doing the CPR but failing. Because from a psychological strength standpoint, working her way up to this, considering that she's an FBI field agent, that makes no sense. For an FBI field agent working her way down to this, as in from mentally being much tougher to becoming slightly more vulnerable and showing more emotion. That makes more sense because she's an FBI field agent. Like I said, the way Capcom is portraying Grace, it's like a pyrophobic firefighter trying to put out an inferno. But inexplicably, Emily turns into a monster and Leon comes in just in time to take it down.
Sorry.
But after the battle, we get this cutscene, and I'm just gonna let it play.
Emily! I wanted to save her!
You don't understand it.
No, I never would have escaped without her. This is all my fault. Again.
Look, I get it. Trust me, I get it. But we're still alive. We have to keep going.
No.
Grace.
Alpus is within reach, Grace. like you to come with me.
Come with you.
Well, you feel lost, but you're not. You're exactly where you need to be.
I've been waiting for you, Grace.
Who are you?
Raccoon City. You're the reason for its destruction, but you're also the key to building a brave new world. You're the final piece. Let us show you your true purpose.
Okay, people, now that is a good cutscene. You see Grace walking away with a cadence of she doesn't care what happens to her anymore. Because just as her psyche was being built up, something happened that shattered that fragile rebuilding face again. And then we see Leon coughing, showing that he's getting sicker. We also see Zeno show up, saying that she's the cause of Raccoon City's destruction. Keep that in mind as well. I know I'm asking a lot to be kept in mind, but trust me, I'm going somewhere with this. But overall, this was a very good cutscene. I especially love the part when Grace tosses Leon's gun back at him and just walks away. Very simple, but a lot was being told. So we also see that Sherry is infected and Leon taking a long drive to clear his head. As Sherry also got told off to stop looking at Elpis by her higher-ups. Bringing us to... Leon finds out that the BSAA were also trying to get to the center of Raccoon City, just like him.
I dug a little deeper in the Pentagon's database and I noticed something's missing.
What's that?
There's no record of anyone ordering the missile strike on Raccoon City.
Can you see that area behind me beneath the red tinted sky? That is what's left of Raccoon City after the military fired a missile at it.
According to unconfirmed reports, the missile was allegedly nuclear. If this is indeed the case, then there's little hope of finding any survivors among the city's 100,000 inhabitants.
The senator is a member of the special committee that decided to bomb Raccoon City.
There's no record of anyone ordering the missile strike on Raccoon City.
So Leon eventually comes across a BSAA member's unuploaded TikTok video where Leon gets his introduction of Zeno, this Wesker wannabe. So after blowing a hole through the barrier, Leon manages to find a bike, which inexplicably still has the key in it, and Leon continues his journey to the center of Raccoon City. Why he didn't jump back in his car again is beyond me. Maybe for the upcoming battle, as Leon is probably more of a Road Rash fan than a Twisted Metal fan. And yes, I will admit, despite my jokes, this motorcycle battle scene does look pretty cool. I mean, I played Road Rash 2, and Road Rash 3D, and that's what I've noticed so far. Leon's gameplay actually looks very entertaining. We also see that one of the battles is with Victor Gideon on the bike.
I've had enough of you! I know the feeling! Come on!
So Leon gets back to Raccoon City, which is somehow still partially standing, as he gets some flashbacks of Resident Evil 2 Remake.
It's on you now.
Sherry, I'm in RPD.
It's been a while since you've been back there.
Looks like the BSAA set up HQ here.
Abandoned?
Not sure. That fucking guy. And Grace. Shit, she's in danger. Sherry found Grace.
At RPD?
Yeah, exactly. Someone's been expecting us. Got a lock on our location. Headed there now. Hey, Lieutenant Brenna. Kennedy. Reporting for duty.
Seriously, what was the point of that document? That makes no sense, lying around for 28 years. And Leon just found it now? Capcom desperately reaching for cheap nostalgia points. Remember Marvin Brenna, everyone?
Oh, I mean it.
Okay, people, I have to warn you of something. Leon eventually comes across Zeno and Grace. But before that, there is this whole cutscene and gameplay. Prepare for a barrage of stupidity. Absolute epic levels of dumbness that makes the writing of Rise of Skywalker look very credible.
Covert military units from every country on Earth come to Raccoon City for one purpose. To find Elpis. They couldn't let it be stolen, so they launched the missile strike to hide it.
If anyone remembers, no one was looking for anything in Raccoon City. The Umbrella mercs were basically there to kill any evidence and recover the G-Virus. This was my honest reaction when Zeno said the president was trying to investigate. And after 14 years of Raccoon City's destruction, they had him assassinated.
Why do something so extreme?
Extreme? Is it? When the president tried to investigate, they had him assassinated.
How stupid do you think I am? The president that this guy's talking about died in 2012 during Resident Evil 6. He was not trying to investigate Elpis. Capcom, this guy is your villain who doesn't even know his own history, right?
And you are the key to retrieving Elpis.
Emily.
In a way. But not the girl you met. So many attempts. So many failures. Such a waste.
What do you mean?
Copies. Crafted to duplicate you.
People, this is too much, man. This is too much. This is too stupid. This is somewhere a mix between Fallout 4 and Dead or Alive 5, where Kasumi finds that there are several alpha clones of her during the final chapter in the Dead or Alive story mode in Dead or Alive 5.
All useless. All scrapped. They each have their own sad story.
God, we need to do something. I called security, but nobody answered. They are out of control.
Doctor, we can't contain them.
Sedate them now! Are you kidding me? Get out of my way!
Hey, are you awake?
Stay away. Stay away! Get back! Don't come any closer! No, get back! Get back!
Hey! What are you doing?
I've got her!
They just had a flashback to 1990 about Chloe. So you're telling me Victor Gideon and Zeno had no idea how old Grace Ashcroft was, and yet still assumed that all those clones in February 1990 were clones of Grace, whereas Grace herself never mentioned remembering anything from an orphanage or anything from the 90s, where the orphanage itself ceases to be after October 2nd, 1998. And also, Zeno and Gideon never once even bothered to look up Grace's history, or the fact that Grace was adopted by Alyssa Ashcroft after the orphanage was destroyed. So there is no way Grace can be the origin point of all those clones from 1990, but still hunted down Grace Ashcroft and Alyssa Ashcroft in 2018 anyways. I mean, Zeno and Victor Gideon didn't even bother looking at Grace's ID card to verify her age. This happened in 2026. Grace is 25 years old, meaning she was born at earliest 2001. Raccoon City and that orphanage was destroyed in 1998. This is your bad guy? People, Resident Evil junkies, these group of idiots are your bad guys who got the wrong person. And Grace, people, Grace being an FBI technical analyst.
They weren't able to recreate Spencer's key. But now we have the original. We have you. You can unlock Elvis at Ark. That's where we go.
So, what, I was made?
Correct.
So it really was all my fault.
What was?
That Mom was murdered and she turned into that thing.
This is your good technical analyst? I know Resident Evil has a history of a traumatized woman being fooled so easily, as in Claire Redfield from Resident Evil Degeneration. But Claire was not a technical analyst for the freaking FBI. So while Grace was listening to that story about Chloe that took place in 1990, Grace did not once question what Zeno said. Grace, the good technical analyst, believed him, not realizing that Zeno was talking about Grace's clones at least 15 or 20 years before Grace was even born. People, this is unbelievably stupid, man. The villains themselves are going off of conspiracy theories and false information. I don't recall personally a Resident Evil mainline game where the villains are this stupid. This would be if, let's say, in the Terminator movie, the T-800 did this.
Sarah Connor.
Sarah Kaminsky. Close enough.
I'm at the wrong airport!
And by the way, that whole child experiment part with Chloe, it seemed like it was taken from Vault 108 from Fallout 3 with all the clones of Gary. So Leon eventually crashes the party, and guess who shows up?
Mr. Kennedy, I had a feeling you'd make an appearance. Sorry, but I don't have time to spare. Have fun.
What is this? Raccoon City's greatest hits? Yay! Mr. X, he came with the suit and everything. Hooray! Freaking stupid, man. Look, Capcom, you are not Sony Santa Monica Studios, alright? When Sony Santa Monica Studios did nostalgic callbacks in God of War Ragnarok, they connected it properly. They didn't do some stupid nonsense that made no sense. And just think about it. 28 years ago, sending Mr. X to stop Leon and Claire didn't work. And 28 years later, they do the same thing? And this is a conscious decision. Zeno and Gideon know who Leon Kennedy is. People, I'm sorry, there's no defense for this. No, actually, no. There's no defense for this. Lazy writing. End of story.
Sherry, wasn't there an orphanage around here?
Yes, there was. Why?
I'm gonna do some digging.
I just sent you the coordinates.
Okay, here's something I gotta bring up. Leon specifically asks if there was an orphanage, meaning he did not know if there was an orphanage, which is more in line with Resident Evil 2 original, because Leon arrives to Raccoon City from outside of Raccoon City for the first day on his job. But then in Resident Evil 9, he goes to the gun shop and he gets a specific flashback of Resident Evil 2 Remake. So, like I said, and correctly hypothesized by the way, Resident Evil 9 is a mishmash of Resident Evil 2 original references and Resident Evil 2 Remake references. So as I mentioned, on his way to the orphanage, Leon stops by Kendo's gun shop.
Terminator. It's my fucking daughter. You're a cop. You're supposed to know something. How did this happen? Those fucking things outside. What they did to us.
I'm so sorry.
Never again.
But it seems Mr. X didn't have enough of the Raccoon City High School reunion, so he chases Leon and starts their engagement with a memorabilia.
Fuck me.
Once that party's over, Leon finally makes it to the orphanage.
I'm at the orphanage, Sherry. There's not much left of it. Heading underground to look for Grace.
Leon ends up finding signs of BSAA here as well.
BSAA left something behind.
He then keeps going down, and one wonders if a missile was fired at Raccoon City to keep Elpis away from prying eyes, why open a giant hole to create an access to the Elpis facility that can be accessed now from the surface? So after fighting another piece of Resident Evil nostalgia, Leon finally makes it to the door of Ark.
I see dead people.
So after snooping around for a little bit, Leon finally comes across the Commander, which is a boss fight. And I'll have to admit, that boss battle actually looked cool. Leon finally comes across Zeno and Grace.
Grace, this is where we are. The world is under threat. The technology to control another's will already exists, but it's not efficient at infecting others. I believe Spencer solved that with Elpis. The connection sealed Raccoon City to save it for themselves.
Really, Capcom? The connections? And here I thought Los Illuminados was bad. Talk about lack of creativity. Even naming a faction. That's almost as boring as naming a professional wrestler Jake something. And yes, go look it up. there is actually a pro wrestler called Jake something, as in the last name is the word something.
And it's been waiting here ever since. This is as far as we could get. If the wrong password is entered, the Ark will be destroyed and Elpis will be lost forever. So tell me, Grace, what's the password?
I don't know.
Of course you do. You're the...
Leon!
Don't embarrass yourself, Mr. Kennedy. You can't beat me.
Aren't we fancy?
Don't move! Oh, wait! You still need me, right?
Come on! Grab tight!
I got you.
Are you okay?
Me? I feel like $1,000,000.
Where does this take us?
Your guess is as good as mine.
What now? Leon. Leon! Leon, are you okay?
How long was I out?
I don't know. A while.
I'm getting tired of her overacting, not sounding hopeful or even happy at all. We finally get what's wrong with Leon, why he is so sick.
It's T-virus. Stage 3 infection.
If you're so sick, why would you come here?
This place. Raccoon City was where it all began for me. When it all happened, I couldn't make a difference. So I am here now.
We can't stop Zeno.
He said something about you having a password. What was he talking about?
I don't know. I'm sorry. Here.
I'm going back. I'm gonna destroy Elvis.
I'm coming with you.
No, you're not.
I don't want any more regrets. Whatever it takes, count me in.
First thing, start sounding confident, all right? And then finally, you get more of the more interesting character in this game as we cut back to Grace. And to her credit, for the most part, we don't see Grace shivering with every word she delivers from this moment onwards. And eventually, she comes across this.
Where have I seen this?
Something important. I'll explain later.
The following announcement has been paid for by the New World Order.
Shutting yourself away in a dark room like this is quite the change for you, after the life you've led.
Life takes unexpected turns, don't you think?
Looking back, do you feel that the choices you've made have contributed to your present circumstances?
Of course. What you sow, you reap. Isn't that the natural order?
So, tell me, Lord Spencer, what would you like the world to know?
The truth. But a short break before we begin, Miss Ashcroft. I'm not a young man. I don't have the energy I once did.
So as we wait for part 2 for Spencer's confession, we cut back to Leon.
Okay. Back in biz. Fuck.
You alright, Leon?
I am now. Grace cleared the way for me.
That's not what I'm talking about. Your body can't take much more.
I'm gonna settle this. Almost sure.
Not done yet.
That final walk was a watered down version of this from MGS4. But in Metal Gear Solid 4, the execution was 1,000 times better. This is when Snake has to upload the virus through the GW system, and to get there he has to walk through a tunnel filled with microwaves. By this point in the game, it was already established that Snake was dying, and he is old, as his own physiology and the malfunctioning nanomachines in his system were making things much more difficult. The game actually built up that Snake was old and dying, and will most likely not make it out alive or live for much longer after this is over.
Otacon, lock it from the inside. Thank you, Snake.
Snake, that place is saturated with microwaves. The longer you stay in there, the greater damage you'll take. Get through there as quickly as possible. Snake?
Did you see the split screen? Did you hear the sad music? The heartbeat sound? The life gauge literally going down? Otacon pleading with Snake not to give up? Now that is very, very good execution. Anyways, Grace eventually plays part 2 of the interview.
What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind?
My research opened Pandora's box, unleashing disaster upon the world.
Except Elpis, the goddess of hope? Or so the myth goes.
A blind hope.
What do you mean?
Humans cannot predict when death will come for them. This is why they have hope. I was wrong, and I am plagued by guilt. Happiness cannot be achieved at the expense of others. I think that's enough for today.
Why did you accept my request for an interview? Who is that? Is that one of your subjects?
Of course not. She was alone in the world. I took her in to make amends.
Is she
perfectly normal? Just an average child needing a home. She is my hope. Aren't you beautiful? Would you like to hold her?
Oh, okay. She's adorable. What's her name?
Grace.
Grace. Is there anything else you'd like to tell me?
I've said my piece. I only hope it serves as a requiem for those who have passed.
We then cut back to Leon, who apparently isn't doing so good. Grace finally gets to Leon.
Leon! Leon! Oh no. Hey, it's me. It's Grace. Oh, please wake up. Come on. Wake up, wake up. Hey.
Hey, you. I was just resting my eyes.
You're okay.
Let's do this.
Okay.
Alright.
I don't know the password.
It's okay. Soon left are wide open for us. Any wrong code will do. It'll destroy Elpis. Curse whatever it takes. I can buy you some time.
No. No, I have an idea.
I trust you.
So, the prodigal daughter returns.
I know the password.
Fulfill your destiny. and all will be forgiven.
Only if you let Leon live.
Very well.
Please know that you are my hope.
She is my hope. A blind hope.
Okay. This is it.
What are you doing, Grace?
Spencer regretted what he did. He...
Well done.
You promised.
Yes, that I would let him live. Mr. Kennedy, I give you the honor of experiencing my power firsthand.
I'm not sure Elpis is what you think it is. There's nothing special about me. I was never any key. Spencer wanted to make amends. He...
But you released Elpis. What is it? Tell me!
Leon!
Why? My powers!
Elpis is...
Okay, wait. So Elpis is an antiviral that can reverse the effect of the T virus and all other virus-powered mutations. And Spencer, after having committed, well, a sin by helping create the T virus and releasing it to the world, creates an atonement for that sin by creating the cure and shoving it up his ass? I mean, basically that's what it is. Spencer not only hid Elpis in that facility deep underneath the orphanage, but also created such a system that entering the wrong password would actually destroy that cute attempt of an atonement. People, what's going on? You know what I think, as my knowledge of psychology would have me believe? Spencer was just convincing himself that no, he's not all that evil. So he used adopting Grace and creating a cure to convince himself of his benevolent side. But deep down, he is still evil. Or else he wouldn't have hidden Elpis. And furthermore, would not have created a mechanism to destroy it. Whereas he did no such thing for the T virus, I think. It's like some of those very evil people in real life. They make some very big token donations just to show to himself and to the public that, nah, he's not such a bad guy, he's a good guy. But those evil donors still end up continuing to do all those evil things. Anyways, Zeno loses his power and Gideon shows up and starts laughing at him.
Amazing. I am humbled by my master's genius.
Your research was wrong. Elpis wasn't a weapon. There was never a key.
Spencer's paper was obviously incomplete. There was no connection between Grace and Emily.
Do you know how much time and money I wasted on this?
Don't you see the genius? With Elpis, all virus-based weapons are useless. The world order would be thrown into chaos.
We wanted a weapon.
Instead, Spencer gave us anarchy. I will carry his torch and bring his vision to life.
You and Spencer were a means to an end.
Yet he outwitted you all.
Spencer defied us and paid the price with his life.
This is the Spencer death from Resident Evil 5. That game that Resident Evil 4 remake teased about remaking.
Ironic, isn't it? For one who has the right to be a god to face his own mortality. That right is now mine.
This is isn't Raccoon City, man. This is Retcon City. But then we see Gideon has powers too. Grace cures Leon. Gideon makes a hole or something and Grace falls down. And we get the Leon mutant Gideon boss battle.
Spencer's vision lives through me, and I would so that it is brought to fruition.
But eventually, Doc Ock wannabe gets killed.
Good riddance. Nemesis.
I knew you'd come.
Why not? At this point, why not, Capcom? It wouldn't be Raccoon City's greatest hits after all if Nemesis didn't show up inexplicably after 28 years. And I know the lore reason. Victor Gideon had already injected himself with the plot device virus number 6, as in some extra leftover or something to do with the Nemesis project. But unlike taking over the tyrant's mind entirely, Victor Gideon, who was actually dying, eventually lives on to do his master's bidding or something. My question is, why Nemesis? Why did Victor have to transform into a Nemesis variant of all things? Did Capcom run out of ideas? I don't give a crap about Capcom basically saying sorry for not making the Resident Evil 3 remake Nemesis boss battle tough enough. Capcom are not Sony Santa Monica. And by the way, Capcom are not Rockstar Games either. You think that high prices of GTA 6 and that right now digital exclusive only rumor or whatever is gonna cause poor sales of GTA 6? You just watch. Watch how many people buy GTA 6 when it comes out. And watch as it shatters all the sales numbers of regurgitation evil. So eventually Leon kills Nemesis and finds Grace. But when all hope is lost, they get hit with a flash of light. And also an unexpected rescue comes along.
I guess this is it then.
World order.
I have a message from Captain Redfield.
We finally get a usual cutscene expectant of such games. Leon happy, Sherry happy, Grace somewhat happy.
I wish we could have saved Emily.
I didn't hit any of her vitals. She could still be alive.
What are you saying?
Maybe we can save her.
Of course, Capcom, because unless your name is Steve or Piers or Ethan Winters or something, you don't kill the good guys. But we see Grace back in her office, and there! She has glasses! For pretty much this entire game, she did not have glasses on. So those are fake glasses? She's faking having difficulty reading with her naked vision? As a legally blind person myself, I ought to... You know what, whatever. And we finally get this cliffhanger type ending.
Remaining BSAA forces have been neutralized. Retrieving the objective before they send in the wolves.
Overall, I didn't like the story. And something tells me this is not the end. Because unlike MGS4, that built itself as a definitive ending to the stories of Solid Snake and Big Boss, this did not end as the definitive ending of the story to anyone. When it comes to the story, I'm sorry, but although that Leon's voice acting performance was better, Grace Ashcroft, I'm afraid, ended up doing a bit too much overacting. And I'm with Urza Titania Wins on this one. Raccoon City onwards, this game felt like a huge nostalgia trip right up to the final boss. I still don't get it. Why? Why Nemesis? And also, they never showed how Grace saved Emily. But I'm not going to deduct any points on that. Because, hoping against hope, I hope, see what I did there? I hope that hopefully they will address that issue in the DLC. However, I am going to add a whole point for Grace throwing Leon's gun back at him, basically telling Leon to shove that Requiem up his ass. And I always like it when in-game characters mistreat Leon. And for the record, yes, I know Grace was the right person after all, but that seems more like a coincidence at this point, instead of her being a successful origin point of all those Chloe clones and that whole memory transfer project. Resident Evil 9 has a serious identity crisis issue. It wants to pass on the torch, but at the same time, hold the door wide open for Leon. This is not a genius strategy, it is a confusing one, presenting Leon as indestructible as he will always be saved by the plot of the game does more harm than good. This is the Super Cena treatment all over again. And yes, just like the WWE in its most cringe phase of Super Cena, Resident Evil will make money no matter what. Resident Evil 9 tried to copy the style of MGS4. Even the whole bit about the connections controlling everything from the start sounds a lot like Lali Lulelo and the Patriots, doesn't it? And speaking of the Patriots, apparently the lore reason why Grace Ashcroft was sent there alone, as in sent to Wrenwood Hotel alone, was because Victor Gideon planted the body there, that we know. And also, on top of that, Zeno pressured the FBI to send Grace Ashcroft there alone. And why did they do that, you ask? Because apparently they were unable to kidnap Grace directly, so they needed to isolate her and even arrange a situation where she would be alone. People, do you understand how incredibly stupid that sounds? First of all, you're telling me that an organization that had this whole cloning facility run under the Raccoon City Orphanage, an organization that had Spencer killed, or so they claim, an organization who claims to have fired that missile to Raccoon City to hide the secret of Elpis. This mighty organization does not, I repeat, does not have the power to abduct one introverted FBI agent. Resident Evil fans, this is your Lali Lulelo substitute. This is your substitute of the Patriot from Metal Gear Solid. It actually seems like Resident Evil 9 should be called Resident Evil Gear Solid. And on top of all that, one would believe that Nick Fury or Nathan Darcy or whatever his name is appears complicit in having Grace abducted and having Grace go through this nightmare. And Grace still goes back to work for him? Grace never once questions why was a technical analyst sent to do a field agent's job. Even if it is in her jurisdiction, she is not a field agent. Furthermore, why wasn't a field agent sent along with her to carry out this investigation? No, like a dumbass, she never once questions why was she sent alone to the site of her mother's murder 8 years ago without a field agent. She never questions that. Yeah, who does she work for again? The FBI? Apparently, in the universe of Resident Evil, the I for FBI stands for idiots. And wait. Apparently, Dr. Victor Gideon worked for Spencer for 5 years, from 1998 to 2003. And Victor says,
because my master made you who you are.
And based on genetic data, Dr. Victor Gideon assumed that the infant that was with Spencer during his exodus in the year 2000 or 2001 was the origin point of all the clones, the Chloe clones that were there in Raccoon City Orphanage in 1990. as in the source of the DNA came from an infant in the year 2000 or 2001, 15 years before the infant was even born. And this guy was a scientist? People, no, I don't want to hear it. I do not want to hear the stupid defense from Resident Evil junkies. How was such a nut job even allowed to work for Umbrella? This is the biggest problem with this game. The almighty antagonist of Resident Evil is so incompetent. Capcom does not realize what a gigantic hole they have written themselves into. But MGS4 has something better than anything Resident Evil has put out in its entire existence of 30 years. Execution. Here's just one example from Metal Gear Solid 4, all of which the entire game feels like a nostalgic game, but a very well connected nostalgic game because it was built up as an end. This is the final battle between Snake and Liquid Ocelot. A battle which, if you think about it, did not need to happen because Fox Alive already achieved its goal. But they went with it anyways because this was a conclusion. And a perfect example of where good execution can sometimes make up for shortcomings in the plot. Notice how they cycle through the music of all 4 games during this battle, as a nostalgic callback to the history of Metal Gear Solid, while at the same time bringing the saga to an end.
It's not over yet.
Now that's good execution. Resident Evil 9 fails spectacularly at that. And speaking of great execution, Metal Gear Solid 4 execution was so good that it turned the worst character in MGS4 till that point, Raiden, a person who was put in MGS3 in some form as an inside joke for gamers to beat him up and take out their frustrations of MGS2 on him. MGS4 turned that Raiden into something much cooler.
Run.
Lightning. The rain transformed.
Resident Evil is just crowding the plate. Story score 6.5 out of 10. Resident Evil stories have always been garbage in terms of execution and character development for the most part. So the bar is not too high here. And like I said, I have seen the theme of Resident Evil 9 story being executed much better in Metal Gear Solid 4. Especially the part about Raccoon City in RE9. Raccoon City takes up so much of the game, it seems, that honestly, to me, it felt like this was a Leon game with Grace in it. This should have been a Grace game with Leon at best showing up as a cameo. Then I would have perhaps given this game's story at least an 8 out of 10. Anyways, that's my story review of Resident Evil 9. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And as always, hit that like, subscribe, and bell notification buttons. This is your boy, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.